Wait, nothing is shown on the screen though. Ah, there we go. Alright, let's begin. This is it. Hello? They're pushing someone dead. Why, that guy looks like a mummy or something. Look at his leg. What the fuck? The fuck is going on? What are these images? Do I know you? My waifu! It was all in my mind! It's time to go. Those are demons. Ah! Oppa! That was well quoted woman as well. That's what I like to say. Bro, I didn't understand anything. I assume we're the guy on the table. Everything was took away from us. And we're now in the depths of like some undead colony. That's what I drove from this. New life. Yeah, I guess I'm dead. Is there any of the sounds too loud? Tell me now so we can adjust it. There's options. I think maybe the sound effects were a bit loud. Maybe I'll lower everything. What do you guys think? Gonna figure out when we go deeper, I guess. Let's get it. New life. Character generation. This is a character generation screen. Modify your statistics by clicking on the plus and minus buttons for each statistic with the cursor. Okay, I'm this guy, it seems. Character points, armor class 10. This number represents your overall defense. The lower the number, the harder it is for enemies to hit. It's the opposite armor class like in Baldur's Gate 1, man. We're getting taco. So 9 is better than 11, that's what this means. Okay. The Nameless one. Charisma. Well, let's read everything. I mean, I kinda know what they do, but it actually doesn't say anything. Oh, the ability score represents your raw strength. A high strength allows you to carry more weight and makes your melee attacks more accurate and damaging. Ability represents your intuition, common sense, and willpower. Ability represents your physical hardiness and state of health. Ability score represents reasoning and deductive skills. Ability represents your agility reflexes. Ability score represents your persuasiveness, personal magnetism, and ability to lead. Nicky, how many minutes for Prime? 5 for normal tier. I never understand the appeal of these remakes without actually making it from scratch. I don't think this is a remake, this is just enhanced edition, which is like a little bit better graphics and maybe bug fixes and I'm gonna play the same character that we did in Baldur's Gate 1, which is Farmer Paladin, Wheelchair Paladin. So, no dex, no intelligence, strength, constitution. What's the max we can go? 18. Oh, you can go hard here? What the fuck? What's this? Your exceptional strength gives you +1 to hit and +2 to damage with all melee attacks. I don't want to make myself too OP. Let's just keep it 18 on those. And I'll put... damn, I only have 3 points left. I definitely want my intellect and dex to be the lowest. I'll put the rest in wisdom. There we go. 9, 9, 9, 11, 18, 18, 12. We're very good at physicality, but we're very bad at reading. Let's get it. This is me. There's a folding skull.
Hey, Chief. You okay? You playing corpse or you putting the blinds on the dusties? I thought you were a deader for sure.
Voice acting, DM. Well, I guess the minimum in this game is 9. I actually think in these Baldur's Gate games, you don't speak properly if you go to 6, but I'm not sure. Who are you? Who am I? How about you start? Who are you? I don't know, I can't remember. I asked you first, Skull. Yeah, I asked you second. What's your name? I don't know, I can't remember. You can't remember your name? Heh, well, next time you spend a night in this burg, go easy on the bub. Name's Mort. I'm trapped in here too. Trap? Yeah, since you haven't had time to get your legs yet, here's the chant. I've tried all the doors in this room is locked tighter than a chastity belt. We're walked in where? What is this place? It's called the mortuary. It's a big black structure with all the architectural charm of a pregnant spider. The mortuary? What am I, dead? Not from where I'm standing. You got scars, a plenty though, looks like some berk. What's this berk word he keeps using? Painting you with a knife. All the more reason to give this place the laugh before whoever carve you up comes back to finish the job. Scars, how bad are they? Well, the carvings on your chest aren't too bad, but ones on your back. Say, looks like you got a whole tattoo gallery on your back, Chief. Spells out something. Tattoos on my back, what did they say? Hey, looks like you come with directions. Morty clears his throat. Let's see, it starts with, I know, you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of Styx wash, but you need to center yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that will shed some light on the dark of the matter. Farod can fill in on the rest of the chant, if he's not on the dead book already. In the dead. Farod, does it say anything else? Don't lose the journal or we'll be up the sticks again. And whatever you do, do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you, or they'll put you on a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you. Read the journal, then find Farod. No wonder my back hurts. There's a damn novel written here. As for that journal I'm supposed to have with me, was there one with me while I was lying here? No. No, you were stripped on the skins when you arrived here. Besides, looks like you got enough of a journal pen on your body. What about Farod? Do you know him? Nobody I know. But then again, I don't know many people. Still, some bird got to know where to find Farod. Once we get out of here, that is. How do we get out of here? Well, all the doors are locked, so we need a key. Chances are one of the walking corpses in this room has it. Walking corpses? Yeah, the mortuary keepers use dead bodies as cheap labor. The corpses are dumb as stones, but they're harmless and won't attack you unless you attack first. Is there some other way? I don't want to kill them just for a key. What? You think it's going to hurt their feelings? They're dead. But if you want a bright side of this, if you kill them, at least they'll have a rest before their keepers raise them up to work again. Well, alright, I'll take one of them down and get the key. Well, before you do that, arm yourself. I think there's a scalpel on one of the shelves around here. Note, Search the shelves in the room for a weapon to attack the zombies with. When you find one, go to the inventory screen, the backpack button in the wall right to and arm yourself. If you wish to examine any items you find, right click on and in the inventory screen. Alright, I look for one. One last thing. Those corpses are swole as molasses. But getting punched by one of them is like being kissed by a battering ram. If they start gaining an edge on you, remember you can run and they can't. Use it to keep some distance if you need to recover. To run, either toggle run on the option screen or hold down the shift key and left click on the area you want to run to. If you're in danger of dying, you're running to keep your distance from the zombie while you're good. Alright, thanks for the advice. How to play combat walk. Quick loot. Where are these things? Combat lock. There's arrows here. Display additional combat details. Quick what? Quickly gather any dropped items near the selected character. Formation. Select how party is arranged. Abort current action is here. Select all characters is here. Well, the tutorial is pretty in-depth. I'll give them that. Oh yeah, we have a talking skull in the party. Pose and pose. Select weapon. Most enemies can be attacked by selecting them in the game world. This menu is only needed for changing weapons or attacking neutral NPCs. Select shell. Cast one of the character's available spells. Or spell, not shell. Select item. Use a quick item. Select special ability. Start dialogue. Initiate conversation. Option menu. Prescroll. Here. Journal. Character statistics. Open dialogue window. Walk view on character. Toggle party AI. No. Rest party. Mage spellbook. Map screen. Inventory. I don't know if I'm gonna remember all these, man. Show hide hit points. Where is that? Oh, here. Toggle whether this character display a health bar or show hit points point bar. Oh, health bar or hit points? Let's keep it health bar for now, I guess.
What's up?
Sound. I think the... I think I want voice a bit higher and everything else a bit lower. Okay. Okay, so here we are. We have an eyeball. This is your eye. The fuck? Tattoo. Right ring hand, tattoo. Wrist, left ring, chest, left earring. Fist. Armor class, I'm gonna go for the line formation for now.
Yeah.
Litania of Curses special ability, the skull. Where's the skull situation? Mortis bite. Want your piercing? Fist proficiency. Mortis bite is little and he can masticate someone to death as long as his quick weapon slots are not filled. Mortis can always select buy as his current weapon. Okay.
What? What's up, Chief?
50 feet, 10 seconds per level. Area of effect, one creature, non-undead. Morty can draw upon his repertoire of insults to town an opponent to warring his guard and attacking. The target suffers penalties to hit and damage when enraged. This spell cannot target undead. Magic resistance does not affect the spell. The target does get a saving throw versus spell to resist the effect. While the target is taunted, the target suffers -2 to hit and -2 to AC and -2 to damage, as long as the litany occurs in effect. Can we talk to him? More. Okay. Party member SWAT. It goes up to 6. That was the dial. Walk view on character. Toggle AI, no. Inventory map. Show map notes. Southwest preparation or show walkable. Interesting. Mage scroll, rest party, pre-scroll, journal, find Farot, statistics screen, Taco 18, there it is, War 3, saving throw, paralyzed, poison, did 13, weapon proficiency, fist and edged weapons, Nameless one fighter, no info. Biography. I feel like I've woken up inside someone's dream. I don't know who I am. I don't know how I got here, and I don't know how to get out. First thing I remember is crawling off a metal slab in some vaulted monstrosity called the mortuary, and some floating skull asked me a bunch of damn questions. I've lost my memory, I've lost my possessions. The only thing I really seem to know is that I can get stabbed, beaten, burned, and I get better. This regeneration of mine hasn't done much for my looks, but no one seems to notice. I need to figure out how I am and how I got this way. I feel like something is missing, something inside, but I don't know what. Let us begin.
Done.
We're moving very slowly. Now, this thing is purple while the others are light blue. There's some question marks here as well. The slab is covered with dry blood and other remains. The device looks like some sort of sewing machine, arms with hooks, topped in metallic thread hang from it. These barrels contain a murky liquid. It smells like a cross between vinegar and formaldehyde. I don't know how the second one smells. Zombie worker there. Is this a gate? The door is locked. Okay. So the thingy means like it's crossing somewhere. Any scalpels here? I see bandages. Heals 3 hit points. Special item. This is a raw bandage useful for stitching minor wounds. When you use bandage, you heal a character for 3 hit points. To use them, either select the use button and use them on a quick action. Bandages are stackable items. Alright then. So, can I put bandages here? Eh? Oh, in the quick item menu. There we go. Damn. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Is there anything on this side of the room? No. Is there anything about game moving speed? Movies, no. Gameplay? 2-tip keyboard scrolling speed. I don't know about that. Mouse scrolling speed. I don't know about. Difficulty 3 medium. That's fine. Frame rate. Allows you to increase the frame rate at which the game runs, thereby speeding up all aspects of the gameplay. Original 30. Enhanced 40. Right. Fastest 50. Warning, adjusting a frame rate above 30 may result in audio sync issues. Let's not do that then. Oh, always run. Yeah, it was run shift, right? Alright, there we go. Scalpel! Ah, right, you found the scalpel. Now go get those corpses and don't worry. I'll stay back and provide valuable tactical advice. Maybe you could help me, Mort. I will by helping you. Good advice is hard to come by. Alright then. Although you can attack by selecting a weapon from the quick menu, pressing the A key also toggles the attack. So, why would I want to be with a scalpel over my fist though, if I'm... Wasn't I proficient in fists? I'm a fist plus. Can I see my damage somewhere? Number of attacks 1 to hit 1 damage 2 at the moment. Or maybe that's ability bonuses generated. Current affected by. I cannot see my stats anywhere for attacking. Am I blind? Resistance, current state, armor class, saving throws, weapon proficiency, ability bonus. Well, it is what it is. Alignment. The presented disposition towards good or evil, woe or chaos. Current neutral. Neutral characters believe in maintaining the balance of woe and chaos. They don't tip the scales between the two and tend to oppose who does. Skeleton is good chaotic. Oppa. So I guess we could trust him.
Done.
Nothing on this table. This shambling corpse looks like it has been dead for several years. The skin along its forehead has peeled back, revealing its chalk white skull. Someone has chiseled the number 569 into the exposed bone. I guess we could be diplomatic. We don't need to hit him. I'm looking for a key. Do you happen to have one? Chief, they can't hear you. Alright, they're dead. But you're dead. You're talking to me. Yeah, but I'm special. That couldn't kill my zest for life. These corpses here, Morty rolled his eyes. They probably didn't have much personality to begin with. I see. Look, Chief, watching you trying to swap the chant with his corpses isn't doing much for my morale. Let's leave the corpse talk to the barmies. Alright. Alright then. I wanna do a righteous playthrough here though, my good sir. We're not gonna kill them unless it's the only option. Examine the corpse, see if it's carrying a key. This corpse doesn't appear to be carrying a key, and it doesn't look like it will be able to use one if it did. Its fingers are broken as if someone smashed them with a hammer. You do happen to notice that its left shoulder is heavily bandaged, and bandages might be usable if the corpse was disposed of first. Guess you don't have it. You don't happen to know which of your other corpse friends has the key out of this place. Chief, they can't hear you, alright? They're dead. Hey, man. I have no reason to attack this one at the moment. Let's try the other one. Like the other corpses in the room, the one is covered in blood and completely gutted. 825. Judging from the angle of the neck, it looks like this man may have hanged. Do you have a key? Every time this guy is gonna say this to me. I'm gonna try every single time, fuck you. Examine the corpse. This corpse is carrying nothing, but you happen to notice his hands are heavily bandaged. No. Farewell. Next. A bloody quote covered the remains of this corpse. The stench rising from the body is almost unbearable. This corpse stops and stares blankly as you approach. The number 782 is carved into his forehead and his lips have been stitched closed. The faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. This looks like the lucky petitioner here, Chief. Look, he's got the key there in his hand. The corpse looks like the one with the key is holding it tightly in his left hand. Its thumb and forefinger walked around it in a dead grip. It looks like you need to hack the corpse's hand off to free the key. I need the key, corpse. Looks like you're not long for this world. Say 5 damage.
Right.
Do we keep moving
gone.
back and forth? He said. I'm not sure. I'm attacking. 5. Oppa. Well, it is what it is. Got the key. We don't know. We're not gonna kill the others. You didn't seem I took any damage though. Guy be looking like Nicky? No way. You mean this one? No fucking way it looks like me. Nothing on this table. Nothing on this
I'm
table.
gone.
Nothing on this one. The nameless one? This is me before I become the righteous one. I opened the left door. Was that a mistake?
Once the good is done.
All right. All right.
Okay, well, left door it is then. Opa. Psst. Some advice, Chief. I'd keep it quiet from here on. No need to put any more corpses in the dead book than necessary, especially the famous. Plus, killing them might draw the caretaker here. Caretakers. Who are these caretakers? You didn't mention it before. They call themselves the Dustmen. You can't miss them. They have an obsession with black and rigor mortis of the face. They're an adult bunch of ghoulish death whisperers. They believe everybody should die, sooner better than later. I'm confused. Why do these Dustmen carry via escape? Weren't you listening? I said the Dusties believes everybody got to die, sooner better than later. You think the corpses you've seen are happier in the dead book than out of it? The corpses I've seen here, where did they all come from? Dead visits the plains every day, Chief. These shamblers are all that's left of the poor souls who sold their bodies to the caretakers after death. Before you said something about making sure I didn't kill any female corpses. Why? I don't remember that. Are you serious? Look, Chief, these dead chits are the last chance for a couple of hardy bashers like us. We need to be chivalrous. No hacking them up for keys, no lopping their limbs off. Things like that. Last chance? What are you talking about? Chief, they're dead. We're dead. See where I'm going? Eh? Eh? I think this guy sounds unrighteous. He wants to do some weird things to corpses. Necrophilia things. No, I don't actually. Chief, we already got an opening line with these limping ladies. We've all died at least once. We'll have something to talk about. They'll appreciate men with our kind of dead experience. He's only ahead though. Well, I guess he is gonna have to. I mean, I don't know what he's gonna do. He doesn't have a tongue. Wait, didn't you say before that I'm not dead? Well, alright, you might not be dead, but I am. And from where I'm standing, I wouldn't mind staring a coffin with some of these fine, sinewy cadavers I see here. Morty starts clacking his teeth as if in anticipation. Of course, the caretakers would have to part with them first, and that's not like. Where is this corpses from? Dead visits the plane. Alright. Look, Chief, it's obvious you're still a little adult after your kiss with death. So I got 2 bits of advice for you. 1, if you got question, ask me, alright? To speak to a party member, select talk. 2nd, if you're half as forgetful as you seem to be, start writing stuff down whenever you come across something that might be important. Jot it down so you don't forget. If I had this journal I'm supposed to have with me, I'll do that. Start a new one then, Chief. No loss. There's plenty of parchment and ink around here to last you. Alright, I couldn't hurt. I'll make a new one then. Use it to keep track of your movements. If you ever start to get cloudy on important things like you are who you are, or more importantly, who I am, use it to refresh your memory. Access your journal. Alright.
Updated my journal.
Can actually write in said journal. That would be kind of cool. Search term. Day 0. My original journal went missing, so I started a new one. I woke up in a place called the mortuary. I don't know who I am, well, I'm here, or even how I got here. The only person I encountered was a chattering scout called Morte. While he was checking my wounds, he discovered a set of directions down on my back. I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of sticks. I do remember that. Sticks again. Do not tell anyone who you are. What happens to you, fine for rot. Zombie female? I don't think I've seen that one yet. Zombies are mindless corpses animated by necromancy. Unlike skeletons, zombies still have a great deal of flesh attached to their frame, and this is both an advantage and disadvantage. It makes them tougher and stronger than skeletons, but at the same time, rigor mortis hinders their movement, making them much slower than a normal human being. Although zombies move and attack very slowly, their great strength becomes apparent when they catch a target. Their balls are capable of killing a normal human being with a single punch. Do we have autosave with Q, like in Baldur's Gate? Yes, thank you very much, game. Cool. Quick save. Zombie worker. Can we just talk to him though? The shamble corpses gaze at you with vacant eyes. Her skin is paper. Paper thin, almost wispy. It's like someone dropped a sheet of cobwebs across her frame. Number 594 has been scratched onto her forehead with a charcoal pencil. I guess I could flirt with her. I don't want to do that though. Psst. You see the way she was looking at me, huh? You see that? The way she was following the cut of my occipital bone? What are you talking about? What? Are you blind? She was calling me out. It was shameless the way she wanted me. Wanted it to go away, maybe. She was obviously too distracted by me to pay attention to some stupid bobbing head with a big mouth. I think you're imagining things. She's a zombie, a corpse, a dead person. You probably didn't even register to her senses. I think you and your imagination need some time away from each other. Whatever, Mort. I'm gonna go with you. She's a dead person. Yeah, whatever. When you've been dead so long as I have, you know the signals. They may be too subtle for you to pick up on, but that's why I'll be spending my nights with some luscious, recently dead shit. While you're standing around going, huh? What's going on? Where's my memories? Whatever, Morde. Anything else we could talk to this joker?
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Can you read on to me what's that on my back again? No. What is this play again? No. What are the caretakers? No. The corpses here, where they come from? No. Before you said something about sure I didn't kill any female corpses. Why? No. How do I use this band? No, nothing at the moment. Alright. I think we can say for sure this skeleton Hayes is a pervert. It seems like it. He also might be bored. Blood stains, rust and other things cover the metal slab. Is much larger than most of the other slab. It is sitting on a platform that allows to be rotated. Opa! Can we click on this button? Doesn't seem like it at the moment. I don't see anything clickable. The left side of this woman's face looks like it was carved with a club, and her flesh sages and bruised swollen clumps over her ruined skull, the number 626. Nasty wound you got there. The corpse continues to stare at you with one good eye. Interesting. So since I chose this door is not gonna remain open. We'll never know what was in there. This corpse is lumbering along a triangular path. Once it reaches one of the corners of the triangle, it pauses, then turns and staggers towards the next corner. It has 965 tattooed on the skull. As you approach, it holds and stares at you. Heh! Looks like someone forgot to tell this soul to stop walking the row of trees. What do you mean? These corpses don't have much left in the attic, so they can't do more than one task at a time. When they're told to do something, they'll keep doing it until someone tells them to stop. This poor soul probably finished some task and they forgot to tell him. Who gives them their commands? You see something about row of trees, what do you mean by that?
Updated my journal.
Well, the row of trees is one of those laws about the plains. About things tending to happen in trees. Or everything's composed of 3 parts. Or there's always 3 choices and so on and so forth. You don't sound like you hold much faith in it. It's a load of wash if you ask me. If you look for a number, any number, and try to attach some great meaning to it, you're going to find plenty of coincidences. Before you said someone put this corpse at task and then forgot to tell them to stop. Who gives these corpses this task? Either one of the caretakers here or else whatever necromancer raised them out of the dead book. Probably one of the caretakers here. They're the ones who need the cheap leather after all. Let me examine it for a little bit more. So why are you walking in a triangle? The corpse stares at you blank.
Done. All right.
Would something happen if I walk in the same triangle that he would have walked into? I'm gonna give it one shot. Nothing.
All right.
Alrighty then. Nothing here. Corpse is shuffling from slab to slab, bandaging. The corpse is lying there. The number 396 is carved at his temple and his lips are stitched close. You notice the corpse is carrying a roll of bandages in his hand. The bandages look usable. Mind if I borrow those bandages? The corpse continues to stare at you. Leave the corpse in peace. Ah! Receive room workbook. Receiving room. This huge workbook lists mortuary procedures in a tight crab script. All shells entering the mortuary are to be delivered to the receiving room and worked with scribe on duty before being embalmed or cremated. The records are to be checked to determine if the shell is one of the contracted, and if so, do not prepare the shell. Move the shell to one of the preparation room, contact the scribe on duty, and notify him that the contracted shell is to be raised. Be certain that the shell is thoroughly stripped of its possessions before being sent to the preparation rooms. The contracted workers are intended for simple manual labor and do not have the capacity to search the stripped out shell. The faction is not responsible for any possessions lost or items stolen by the collectors who have brought the shells to the mortuary. The shell's possessions are to be stored in the receiving room until an initiate can be sent to claim them. Please catalog all possessions in the workbook. Following this list is thousands of entries of bodies that have been sent to the receiving room. As you flip through the rest of the book, however, you notice the last page has been cut out. That doesn't tell me much.
I'm gone.
Copper Common. Opa. The female corpse is making rounds from slab to slab in the room. Her hair is knotted, a long braid, and whooped around her neck like a noose. Someone has stenciled the number 1096 on her forehead, and her lips have been stitched. Nice braid. Corpse does not respond. Number 1201 has been inked on the forehead. The ink has run down its eyes, cheeks, and jaw. As you follow the ink tears down the corpse's face, you notice it has run into the stitch link sealing the corpse's lips and has caught on. Looks like the corner of a knot stuck in the corpse's mouth. Try and pull the knot out. The knot has mingled with the ichor in the zombie's mouth. If you try to pull the paper out through the cross stitches, it will tear the paper to shreds. Hacking up the corpse to get it at looks like it will destroy the knot. You need to find a delicate way to remove the stitches before removing the knot. Use the scalpel. Damn. We got to do something on a random zombie. That's such a good game design. Some people might have not bothered to click on every single zombie, but there it is. You deftly slice through the stitches, sealing the corpse's mouth, and the jaw sags open. You carefully pull the note from the corpse's mouth despite the condition of the paper, and the writing on it still appears legible. Sorry about slicing those stitches, you just had to see what was in your mouth. The corpse's milk-white eyes stare at you vacantly. It seems he didn't mind. Note. This is a foul-smelling note retrieved from the mouth of one of the mortuary zombies. It looks like it was sewn into the corpse's mouth by accident. Despite its condition, the writing is legible. Please do whatever this man reads this. Please do whatever this man reads this. I beg of you. I know of my legal obligation under the terms of the death contract, but I am prepared to offer more than my signing fee if you cremate my body rather than raising it. I have arranged for this note to be left with my body upon my death. If you're reading this, then please use this note as instructed and accept the result in exchange for my contracted duty. Let my contract number serve as the key. It looks like the corpse was too late to prevent the raising, but you notice that beneath the writing is a diagram. It looks like directions for folding the parchment into a strange pattern. If you are ever capable of examining an object further or performing an action on the object outside of the world screen, a use button will appear for the object on this examined screen. This button allows you to manipulate the item through a dialog screen. If you wish to examine the diagram on this note further, select the use button. Damn. This foul-smelling note has a strange-looking diagram inscribed in the writing. It looks like if it's instructing you to fold the corners of the note so their points touch the center. There is a series of strange marks on each corner. One mark on the upper right, 2 marks on the lower right, 3 marks on the lower left, and no marks on the upper left. Huh? There is a series of strange marks. It looks as if they're instructing you to fold the corners of the note. Series of strange marks on each corner. Upper right. Lower right. Lower left. So we're in a square at the moment. Written visual puzzle, yeah. Okay, well, let's start with... What's gonna happen if we start with upper right and go clockwise? I mean, we're gonna go through everything. And then we're gonna skip and do the other an extra time. So fold upper right once. You fold the corner over so its point touches the center. Unfold the note and start again. Okay. I'm gonna fold now the lower right, which is the next option. Then we're gonna go for lower left, which is the next option. And there are no marks on the upper left. But I don't have any other choice, so I guess I'll do that. Nothing happened. Bro. What is this puzzle, man? Well, let's start from the other way around then. Lower right. Lower left is the with the most no. 2 marks on the lower right, 3 marks on the lower left. Lower left. Maybe it has to go 3, 2, 1 in the order. You fold the corner inwards. Oh no! I think it's his name is the puzzle. But I'm gonna go this 3, 2, 1 at the moment. For this tactic. So next is 2 marks on war right. Then upper right. It didn't work. Now let's start with his name. So so if the marks are the things that we need to, the number of marks, the series of stream actually which column, one mark is so upper right. Then the next one is with the 2 marks, which is lower right. Then we go for the upper left, which is the empty one. On the upper left. And then... Wait, what? Why I have this option? As you fold the upper left inward to the center, you watch as the upper right unfolds by itself. And then we do the upper right again, because that's one. As you fold the upper right corner back to the center, the lower left corner mirrors the action until all the corners touch in the center. You watch for a moment and the corners of the paper rise up, turning the knot into a small 4-sided paper pyramid. Open the sides of the pyramid. We figured it out. Damn. 9 intellect, my ass. You peel. Yeah, Illuminati. You peel back the side of the pyramid and the paper disintegrates to dust. Inside is a small triangle-shaped earring. It catches the light and gleams brightly. Oppa. What does that? Let's read it what it does before you equip it. You receive this small keyring from holding a knot in the mouth of one of the walking corpses in the mortuary. It's a beautiful earring, but despite its beauty, it all seems to remind you how strange this world you've woken up is. Some items are magical, but they require that they be identified before they become used. If you cannot determine what an item is at the first glance, then you may need to take it to someone with a higher ward. Would you like to identify? I cannot. I'm gonna risk it and put it. Does it do something? No. I'll just carry it like that. Whew.
I'm gone.
What about you, zombie? The smell of formaldehyde emanating from the corpse is particularly strong. Well, what is formaldehyde anyway? Isn't it some drug or something? It smells like it was applied recently and with good reason. The corpse appears to be in an advanced stage of decay. Her jaw is missing and some of the flesh has slid off her skull, revealing the number 1072. This one has seen better days. The corpse does not respond to your voice. The fact it has no jaw may have something to do with it. Either that or it simply has nothing to say. Makes sense.
I'm gone.
Nothing here. Alright, let's talk to the caretaker, this probably. Let's save. Dow. Before I talk to him, let me see this zombie in this door. The gate looks sealed shut. There is no lock or other means of opening it. Completely covered. Of that dark coat. Mummy. This wandering corpse has the number 1094 carved into its forehead. His mouth has been sewn tightly shut and the chemical reek of fresh formaldehyde hangs in the overpowering cloud around it. Despite the pallid, sunken feature of the lifeless, milky eyes, it is clear that this once was a handsome young man. See anything interesting going on. The corpse continues to stare at you. Hello? This scribe looks very old. His skin is wrinkled and has a slight trace of yellow like old parchment. Charcoal grey eyes lie within the angular face, and a large white beard falls down the front of his robes like a waterfall. His breathing is ragged and irregular, but even his occasional coughing does not swallow the scratching of his quill pen. Greetings! What, Chief? What are you doing? I was going to speak with the scribe. He might know something about how I got here. Look, rattling your bomb box with dusties should be the last thing. Before Morty can finish his rant, the scribe begins coughing violently. After a moment or two, the coughing spell dies down and the scribe's breathing resumes his ragged wheeze. And we especially shouldn't be swapping the chan with sick dusties. Come on, let's leave. The quicker we gave this place the laugh, the better. Before Morty can finish, the scribe's grey eyes flicker to you. The weight of years hangs heavy upon me, restless one. He places down his quill. But I do not yet count deafness among my ailments. Restless one, do you know me? Know you? There is a trace of bitterness in the scribe's voice as he speaks. I have never known you, restless one. No more than you have known yourself. He's silent for a moment. For you have forgotten, have you not? Who are you? As always the question. And the wrong question as always. He bows slightly, but the movement suddenly sends him into a bout of coughing. He pauses for a moment, catches his breath. I am dull. Perhaps you can answer some questions for me, though. Before I click that, I was supposed to ask about me, right?
Updated my journal.
Very well. What do you wish to know? Can I click on my journal somehow, man? What is this, please? You're in the mortuary, restless one. Again you have come. Before you can finish, Dao breaks into a fit of coughing. After a moment he calms himself and his breathing resumes his ragged. This is the waiting room for those about to depart the shadow of this life. Tell me about the mortuary. This is where the dead are brought to be inerted or cremated. It is our responsibility as dustmen to care for the dead, those who have left this shadow of life and walked the path to true death. Dao's voice drops in concern. Your wounds must have exacted a heavy toll if you do not recognize this place. It is almost your home. Shadow of life? Yeah, shadow, you see, restless one. This life, it is not real. Your life, my life, they are shadows. Flickering of what life once was. This life is where we end up after we die. And here we remain trapped, caged, until we can achieve the true death. True death is non-existence, a state devoid of reason, of sensation, of passion. Dalkovs then gives a ragged breath. A state of purity. Sounds like oblivion. Why would anyone want that? Is it worse than remaining in the shadow of what life once was? I think not. How did I get here? Dao snorts in contempt as if he finds the memory repugnant. Your moody chariot ferried you to the mortuary, restless one. You would think you are royalty based on the number of royal subjects that lay stinking and festering upon the car that carried you. I arrive here on the car.
Updated my journal.
Yes, your body was somewhere in the middle of the heap, sharing its fluids with the rest of the mountain of corpses. Dao breaks into another violent coughing. Your seneschal, Farad, was, as always, pleased to accept a few moldy corpses to dump the wad of you at the mortuary again. Who is this Farad? He is a collector of the dead. We have such people in our city that scavenge the bodies of those that have walked the path of true death and bring them to us so that they may be interred properly. Where can I find this Farad? If events persist as they have, restless one, you have a much greater chance of Farad finding you and bringing you to us again before you find whatever Uspodo he was in this time. Nevertheless, I must find him. A slight warning creeps into the Dowstone. Do not seek out Farad, restless one. I'm certain they will simply come full circle again, with you none the wiser and Farad a few corpses richer. Accept that, restless one. Do not perpetuate your circle of misery. I have to find him. Where is he?
Updated my journal.
Dao is silent for a moment. When he finally speaks, he seems to do so reluctantly. I do not know under which Gutterstone Farad lairs at the moment. But I imagine that he can be found somewhere beyond the mortuary gates, in the hive. Perhaps someone there will know where you can find him. Doesn't sound like you like Farad much. There's some I respect, restless one. Dao takes a ragged breath and steadies himself. Farod is not one of them. He wears his ill repute like a badge of honor and takes liberties with the possessions of the dead. He is a knight of the post, cross-trading filth of the lowest sort. Knight of the post. A knight of the post, a thief. All Farod brings to our walls comes stripped of a little less of their dignity than they possessed in life. Farod takes whatever he may pry from their stiffening fingers. Does this Farod take anything from me? The all pauses consider. Most likely. Are you missing anything, especially anything of value? His voice dips as he frowns. Not that Farod would take exception to anything that wasn't physically grafted to your body, and sometimes even that's not enough to give his greedy mind pause. I'm missing a journal. A journal? If it was of any value, then it's likely it lies in Farod's hands. I see. Can you tell me how to get out of here? The front gate is the most obvious exit, but they will not let anyone other than this man pass. Dao breaks into a ragged cough. One of the guides by the front gate has a key to it, but it is unlikely he will open it for you unless you're extremely persuasive. Guides in front of the gate. I'm not gonna ask him who I am. What do you do here? I am a scribe, a cataloger of all the shells that come to the mortuary. As long as the stream of corpses falls through the mortuary, I shall remain at my post. You sound new, are you not well? I am close now to the true dead, restless one. It will not be long before I pass beyond the eternal boundary and find the peace I have been seeking. I tire of this mortal sphere. The plains hold no more wonders for one such as I. The eternal boundary? The boundary between the shadow of this life and the true dead. You sound new. Are you certain there might be some way I could help you? I do not wish to live forever nor live again, restless one. I could not bear it. Very well. Farewell, Dao. As you turn to leave, Dao speaks. Know this, I do not envy you, restless one. To be reborn as you would be a curse that I could not bear. You must come to terms with it. At some point, your path will return you here. It is the way of things, flesh and bone. Then perhaps you'll meet again, though.
All right.
Have to be persuasive on a door. This door, maybe? I don't remember this being open. Well, it is open now. Hello? This is dead end here. Zombie worker. There's a huge corpse standing in silent on corner of the room facing the wall. He looks to have been a heavy set man in his early years, and judging by the condition of the body, he died only recently. The freshly stitched number on his forehead reads 1664. The corpse looks like it's serving as a librarian, for it's carrying a huge stack of books in its arms. Examine the books. The books appear to be the old mortuary ledgers, none of them any particular interest. As you search through the text, however, you notice a loose page folded between two of the books. You're suddenly struck with the feeling that someone tucked it there to hide it. Maybe it's the page that was torn off. The page doesn't look like it belongs with the ledgers. It looks like it belongs in a workbook. The tear is clean and as if with a knife, so you suspect the page was removed on purpose. You take a moment to read through the page. It's a list of dead bodies through the mortuary that walked in the receiving room. All the entries appear to be recent arrivals. So how did you come to be a librarian? All other jobs taken? The corpse takes blankly. I don't think it counted as like me taking the page though. This is... Or maybe this is it. I haven't written this one. The ragged page looks like it was cut nearly out of a book. It is written in a tight crab script. 1653-7. 5th night drunk. Chest wound. Cause of death. Mauling. Abishai. Collector. Pox 3. Common paid. No possessions. Next one. 5th night. Deceased corpse. Cause of death. Indeterminable. Age of shell prevents identification. Collector Farod. 3 common paid, no possessions, stripped. Knife marks evident from dissections. That might be me here. I'm not sure. Next one. Scarred shell. Cause of death. Indeterminable. Scabs don't appear to be cause of death. Shock trauma. Farod collector. Possessions wogged. Fist irons. 13 commons. Middle table, receiving room. 3 common spade, possessions wogged. Fist time, maybe that's me. Next one, deceased corpse number 2, cause of death. Indeterminable age of shell prevents identification. Farot, possessions wogged. Knife marks evident from dissections, but the dissection was not thorough enough. Copper earring found washed in abdomen. Earring has been walked in southeast preparation room. Have an initiate from the 3rd circle examine it. It has a strange markings like those of contracted work at 79. Next skeleton. Night skeleton, cause of death, prevention, investigation. No possession. As with the previous entries, this shell Farod has brought also shows signs of having been prepared. I have asked the initiate Emoric lunch on investigation into the matter. Furthermore, entry 1642 is one of Farod's gang. I have been an individual before. I would ask Emoric to pay heed to how the man died. Tiefling male. Slash marks discoloration of wound are consistent with grave rot ghoul clothes. Collector Farod, common paid, no possession strip. So it seems this guy might have been killed by Farod on purpose. Take his possessions or something.
Done.
Farod deliver my card by body. Somewhere in the hive I can find him. Okay.
Done.
Yo, Vene. The eyes of this corpse are set close together and the eyeballs themselves slightly askew. One face is to the left, the other to the right. You can barely make out the number 257. Traced into his bruised forehead, it looks like the corpse has taken several blows to the head, making the number difficult to read. Don't you get dizzy with your eyeballs facing like that? There is no flicker understanding in the corpse. They stare silently off to the left and right. Bandages, I'm not gonna take that. Hello? You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck makes her appear as if she is starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with a finger. Greetings. The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands. Her fingers are talons. They're darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives removing organs. I said greetings. The woman makes no response. I think the dustiest shit might be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay it off, shall we? What's wrong with her hands?
Updated my journal.
Ah, she's a tiefling, Chief. They got fiend blood in their veins, usually cause some ancestor of theirs shared knickers with one demon or another. Makes some of them adult in the head and adult walking too. Tap the woman. The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are rotting yellow, with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation and she frowns at you. Greetings! She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever is wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. Yo! She clacks her talon fingers together, then makes a strange motion with her hands. Find thread and embalming juice. Bring here to a vein. Go! 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 You have been assigned a quest. Quests are displayed in the diary. What's wrong with your hands?
Updated my journal.
She turns away, she makes no sign she heard him. Okay. She wants a embalming juice from somewhere.
I'm gone.
Well, she asked, I guess. I see no reason why not to help her out for the moment. Maybe she gonna give us more information. The bandages covering his body are soaked with blood. Even though the corpse looks several days dead, blood still trickles on his wounds. This heavily stitched corpse is shuffling lazily back and forth between two slabs. The number 506 has been stitched on his forehead and the side of his neck and the right arm. In fact, the skin of this peeling corpse has been sewn up with so many stitches his skin looks like a bizarre street map. Examine? The stitches encircle the corpse, running from its arms across its chest, up its neck, and into the damp mass of white hair. As you follow the crossroads of stitches, you notice someone has jammed a needle into the corpse's forehead. The needle is attached to a thread stitching up the side of the skull. You could probably unravel it if you had something to cut the thread. I have a scalpel. And pull off the needle and the thread. You slice the thread neatly with the scalpel, then pluck out the needle and pull the stitches out. As you do, the skin covering the forehead peels back to reveal the corpse's chalk white skull, where to your surprise, the number 78 has been chiseled. Seems you got two different designations there, corpse. The corpse stares straight ahead, oblivious. 78 sounds like a potential puzzle situation. And I got a needle and a thread that heals 6 hit points. Interesting.
Done.
Anything on this side? Oh, I didn't want that to appear. Nothing here. Nothing here. There's a door there, but I don't think I want to click it yet. Preparation. Stairs up and down? I haven't seen those stairs. Opa. Not paying attention. What about this guy? Corpse 985 has stopped dead in its tracks. Judging from the condition of his left leg, it looks like some sort of a tomb rot or corpse mold has eaten through the knee. The corpse is wobbling in steadily back and forth, trying to keep its balance. Try and help him. You reach out to the corpse's left arm to help steady it. As you grab its arm, however, the corpse suddenly sways to the right and you end up tugging the corpse rather than steadying it. Chief, you might know what? There is a crack from the corpse's left leg and the body falls like a dead tree. Its torso strikes the stone flagstones and shatters like a rotten melon. Filth and ichor gurgling from the cavity. To your surprise, no one seems to have noticed the corpse collapse. And even stranger, the left leg remains standing where the body was, as if at attention. After a moment, the leg falls over with a wet thump. As you gaze upon the putrefied remains of the corpse, you notice that his left arm seems intact. It has snapped from its torso during the fall, and it doesn't appear to have been touched by the tomb rot that has spread through the rest of the body. I wonder if I could make use of that arm. It don't seem to have an arm here, though. Oh, it's on the floor. Left arm. Ay, ay, ay. It's a weapon. 1d4 crushing damage. Quad proficiency. Not usable by mages. This arm is snapped clean off Night at 5 when it accidentally toppled. As much as the corpse's knee was rotted clean through, it looks like the combination of thick applications of embalming fluid and rigor mortis has made this arm almost as hard as wood. If you needed to, you could use it to shake someone's hand from a distance or use it to bash their skull in. Well, speed 1, speed 4. I guess I'm with a quab arm now. That's a big boy. I'm not gonna go to the stairs yet. I'm just gonna go to the next room. I have a feeling that this entire floor is like a level of itself. Hello? The shambling corpse gazes at you with vacant eyes. The number 81 is carved in his forehead and his lip having stitched closed. The faint smell of formaldehyde. So seeing anything interesting going on. As you address the zombie, it blinks in surprise. What? You're not a zombie, who are you?
Updated my journal.
The zombie is trying to respond behind stitched lips. He has a peculiar, half frightened, half angry expression. Who you? What you want? I'm looking for a way out of here. Can you help me? The zombie doesn't seem to have heard you. He looks you up and down for a few moments, then frowns. What you do here? His eyes narrow suspiciously. You spy on the steeds? Look, I'm the one asking the questions here, zombie. Tell me what you're doing here. Oh, make that disguise a reality. Oh, that's aggressive. No, I'm trying to escape. The zombie seems interested. You in trouble? What do you do? I got trapped in here somehow. Can you help me out? He's silent for a moment, then nods slightly as if in understanding. Why should I help you? Because I won't expose your little disguise. You look like someone who would be much rather disguise yourself as a corpse than be one. Because I need your help. The zombie gives a half sneer. Everybody needs something, but nobody gives anything. You give me something. Maybe I help. What is it you need? Need you to get a key for me. Want iron key to Embalmer's room. Embalmer's? Where is this? A dusty chit has it. He points at his eyes. She has Yukio eyes. He then makes a motion with his hand that reminds you of a pair of cutting shears. Blades on fingers. At this moment, the yellow eyes and a blaze of fingers. I already met her in the embalming room. This moment sounds really attractive. Are you sure you don't want me to introduce that to you? Okay, I'll be back and ask her for the key then.
Updated my journal.
The zombie squints at you. If you're caught, don't say nothing about me, or me get you in your sleep. I'll get your damn key, but you best watch your threats, you hear me? Blood stains, rust and other remains cover the surface of this metal slab. Platform allowed to be rotated. We still haven't found an embalming liquid. I guess I'll ask the woman first about the key. Or potentially if the arm is the embalming liquid. And if she still wants this, maybe I'll try to give her what she needs. You see how vain she is, still dissecting the corpse chest with her talons. The rhythm of the talons reminds you of something, but you can't quite recall it. Watch her study the motion of her hands.
Updated my journal.
As you study the motion of Evan's hands, you feel a prickling along your scalp, and then suddenly you find your vision swimming, blurring until you're standing in front of a freshly slain corpse. Rigor mortis making a mockery of its smile. The number 42 has been stitched onto its scalp. The zombie is lying on a slab, and you have just finished stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove useful if you come this way again. Keep these things safe and wait for my return. Huh? The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise, the corpse does too. After a moment, its hands fall back to its size, and as it does, the vision fades until you're watching your Venus hands make their stitching motions once again. You have regained a memory. Memory can give you additional experience points, skills that may even lead you to gaining something else if you value. Huh? Did I experience the corpse? Or a Venus memories? I have placed something inside of it. Maybe it's the key that's inside this corpse. Also, I saw two numbers. Are they written anywhere? Къде не е Кавредо? Fetch embalming fluid. Embalming key. I have in the journal two numbers. 42. And what is the other one? It's not written here. 70 something, I believe. Connected to anything yet.
Done.
You just continue in the other room for now. This section. Nothing here. There are stairs here. Jar of embalming fluid. Special 2 to 8 to hit points, plus 1 to armor class, usable only by the Nameless one and Morty. This is your jar and embalming fluid is used as a preservative for dead bodies. As an added benefit, the smell of the fluid is more than sufficient to mask the smell of any rotting bodies it is used on. Effects are temporary. Yeah, but I need to give that to her. Ah, there's two of them though. There's stairs here, which I don't want to click yet. Container is locked. Can I try to break the container?
Forced it.
Patch successful. We forced it. There is a bandage and an ancient copper earring. Closed. The copper earring looks ancient oddly enough. There doesn't seem to be a hook or any means of actually attaching it to your ear. A series of strange grooves have been carved into the inside of the earring, however, which might merit a closer examination. Is the warning? Anyone play the new Silent Hill? So far. Started since I cannot be arsed to play Hot Current. I know Ahila is playing Silent Hill. She says that it feels a bit less good than the originals, but she's still interested to keep playing it. If I ever keep an examiner, yeah, use. This copper earring looks extremely old. It looks like it was meant to be worn, but there doesn't seem to be a hook or any means of actually attaching it to your ear. There is a series of strange grooves on the inside of the earring, however. Examine. The grooves are evenly spaced along the inside of the earring. Upon closer examination, they remind you of small fangs. They are definitely man-made. You can't figure out what they were intended for. It's a ring that eats your ear. Penetrates. I don't know. Gonna come do then, yeah? You like the scare and the atmosphere. Well, keep playing then, my good sir, if you're enjoying it. Tap tap. She turns, sees you, then frowns. Damn zombies! Zomflies! Zomfies! She clacks her thumb and fingers together. Oh yeah, then boy, I got it. Wait a minute. You make the motion of a key turning with your hand. I need an embalming. Kim, do you have one? She leans forward, looks at your hand motions, then sniffs. Her hand darts into her robe, then emerges a key hanging from her wickedly sharp index finger. She flicks it into her hand. Bring back when done. Go! Go!
Updated my journal.
I still want to give you the embalming fluid though. Well, we already made this choice. I guess we're doing the key. You see the full zombie. You're amazed at the man's disguise. His breathing is so subdued you can barely see it. What? Here's the embalming room key you wanted. The zombie's eyes widen and he snatches the key from your hand. He turns it over, nodding all the while. Good, good. Now how do I get out of here?
Updated my
The
journal.
zombie grunts. You can escape through portals. He waves his hands. Poof! What portals? Portals! The zombie waves around the area. Portals everywhere! Can you show me one of these portals? The zombie nods. You want out? Go to Ark on first floor, northwest room. You need finger bone, shape a crook. He holds up his index finger and bends it to a crook. When you have key, go to arch. Jump to secret crypt and can escape from here. Secret escape route. He nods eagerly. Yup, can rest there. Crooked finger bone. Where am I going to find one of these?
Updated my journal.
He shrugs. Must be one around somewhere. Walk in storage rooms on upper floor. Maybe there. I'll check upstairs for the crooked bone, then head to the first floor to one of the arches in the northwest room. Got it. Yeah, but I need to return her the key. Oh well. Let's see if she still needs this embalming fluid. Ah, there we go.
Updated my journal.
Without missing a beat, a vein snaps the thread from your hands and hooks it around one of her talons, then begins skewing up the corpse's chest. She then takes the embalming fluid and begins to apply a layer to the corpse. Wait. Within minutes she is finished. She clicks her talons, then turns to face you. To your surprise, she extends her hand and drags her talons along your arms and chest. It's not that I'm not flattered, but... Looks like you have a new friend, Chief. You two need some time together, or... Stow it, Morty. As she traces your arms and chest, you suddenly notice she seems to be examining your scars. She withdraws her talons, clicks them twice, then bends forward and examines some of the tattoos on your chest. Who ride on you? Heavers do that. No respect for zombies. Zombies, not paintings. She sniffs, then pokes one of your scars. This one bad shape. Many scars. No preserves. Her talons suddenly hook into thread you bought her, and lightning light, she jabs another talon into the skin near one of your scars. It feels barely more than a pink prick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up. I'm gonna trust this woman for... yeah. Let her work.
Updated my journal.
The sensation? I got max HP plus 1. Permanently. Oh, baby! The sensation is curiously painless as a vein begins to stitch up your scars. When she is done, she sniffs you, frowns, then stabs her finger into the embalming fluid. Within minutes, she has dabbed your body with the fluid, and strangely enough, it makes you feel better. This may be the second time in my life I'm thankful I don't have a nose. Evain puts the last touches on your body, gives you another sniff, nods, then makes a shooing motion with her talons. Then, go! Go! I guess we're done with her. I got stitched by a zombie woman. I need to find a curved bone and then remember to go to the northwest part. Somewhere here. I don't see anything weird there. Alright, let's check this door then. The door is locked. Okay, we're going up then. The door is locked. Up the stair. Third floor.
All right.
Charcoal charm. Plus 50 resistance to fire, plus 25 resistance to magical fire. This piece of charcoal is a charred bone fragment of some creature, perhaps a finger bone or a talon. Various symbols have been stitched on the surface. The scratching are so faint you almost miss them. This charcoal charm temporarily protects the user against flames and extreme heat. To use the charm bone is snapped and both halves are ground to powder, then the charcoal dust is rubbed over the heart of the user. It sounds like a... activatable item though, not like a permanent trinket. I didn't wood it or something. No idea, there we go. It's a quick use item. Well,
All right.
wanna use that yet. I'm gonna assume this is gonna burn me. Skeleton worker. Skeleton number 748. According to the number chiseled above its brow is odd only, and some of its teeth appear to be false ones made of reddish brown stone. They are clearly not valuable, however, as its caretakers would have otherwise removed them. I have to ask why the smoke. I mean, it's not like you have anything to be modest about. I don't know what smoke is. Has anyone heard that word before? Let's Google. A dress or top for a woman or girl. Gathered at the chest and having a loosely fitting lower part. Decorate garment. Looks like... a weird quoting. Sure. The skeleton makes no reply. Great talking to you, Bonnie. Stay healthy. Wonder if this Greybeard would mind if I borrowed his body. Greybeard? Greybeard, you know, geezer, old feller, yellow dog, old. Something tells me you would be twice as annoying if you had arms. Oh, you're a sack full of laughs. Morty glares at you. Besides, you're one to talk. Berg. Mirrors beg for mercy when you're around. Oh yeah? At least I have all my parts. Morty snorts. You're not quite sure how he mangled it without lungs. Let me tell you, Morty, there is nothing more satisfying than walking around, swinging your arms, breathing in the crisp through the lungs is great. Nah, I'm not gonna say it. Examine the skeleton carefully. Someone has taken care to bind the bones of the skeleton with leather straps woven around the body in such a pattern that they resemble muscles and tendons. The straps are secured to metal bolts punched into the skeleton's joints. The skeleton looks like it has seen a great deal of service. Many of its bones are chipped, and its numerous fractures are bound with sealant and foul-smelling glues. I could try to pry them, but I don't wanna harm him, so I'm gonna leave it and paste this one for now. This man, we probably don't wanna talk to this guy yet. Let me see if I can go to the other side of this place first. Crematorium. There's dust man everywhere. Junk. This is a collection of junk, small springs, broken bolts, and a cracked gear or two. It looks like someone felt those pieces might be useful one day, but they seem pretty useless to you. I'll take it. Despite the corpse's dry leathery skin, it's clear that this was once a beautiful woman of middle years. Whoever prepared the corpse seemed to take pity on her, sewing her bow lips shut with small neat stitch and tattooing the number 832 upon her forehead in elegant script. I don't wanna flirt. I'm gonna leave her. Needle and thread. This remaining corpse has had his lips sewn together, number 310. He turns his lifeless eyes upon you, move to bar its span. So seeing anything interesting going on? Corpse continues to stare at you. Dustman. Dustman regards you with a stony gaze. Are you lost? No, I am not lost. I had some questions. If you're not lost, what is your business here? I feel like I shouldn't have been talking to this man, but I like to be honest. I walk on one of the slabs in your preparation room. Do you speak in jest? Perhaps you would like to share it with the guards. The dustman takes a step back. He looks like he's about to summon the guards. Snap his neck. Oh boy. Fuck. Yeah, I'd like to meet those guards. Let's see. Oof, that might not have been the best choice. That guy is Dunzo.
Yeah.
Die.
Alright, we got him.
I'm gone.
I found dustman robes. Disguise yourself as a dustman. These frayed robes are commonly worn by members of the dustman faction. They have an old musty smell about them, and they don't fit you very well. You doubt the dustman disguise will hold up under scrutiny, and certainly not if the dustmen are looking for an intruder. Cosmetic disguise, even though you appear to be armed with a dagger, you will do damage according to the weapon you had equipped. when you put the disguise on. If you switch weapons to your presence or turning the... If you end up alerting the mortuary to your presence or turning the dustman hostile, the disguise will not hide you from the dustman who are looking for intruders. As a final note, the dustman robes are useless outside. Nah, I don't like disguising. What we have here? Bronze ring. Jagged dagger. Proficiency edged. I do have proficiency with those, I think. Let me check. I'm healing automatically as well because of my character. Edge weapons plus, yeah. So we should probably use that then, maybe. Speed 2, 1 6, 1 3. Yeah, I'll do that. Bronze ring. It doesn't do anything though. Wonder if the other guards are now gonna attack me after this happened. Yep. It's over now.
What? Sure, why not?
Ay, ay, ay. Everyone is aggro. This is bad, man. We don't seem to be taking much damage at least.
Damn it.
Wouldn't whoop. Problem is now I cannot... Cannot communicate with anyone else.
Done.
So much for our honest diplomatic way while we're trying. Yeah, one shot it. 1-3 piercing, fragile, breakable. This more rusty dagger, his blade is chipped out and he hit his wounds. Doesn't look like it will stand up the repeated use without break. Is this gonna burn?
Sure, why not?
I'm gone.
The air roaring from the mouth of this immense furnace is incredible hot. Walking even a few steps by the hatchway will certainly cause your hair and thing to burst into flame. Doesn't seem I can go deeper. So much for this bursting furnace.
Right.
There is a little walk here on this one. Can't I bash it? Fist me.
Forced it.
Okay. Copper fly charm. Corpse fly charm. Invoke swarm curse. This corpse fly looks like it was frozen. It appears to be dead, but you can't be sure. The magic contained within the charm is activated when the insect is consumed. When swallowed, the recipient suddenly becomes extremely nauseous. A few seconds later, the charmed individual expels a stream of insects from their nose and mouth. Provided the charmed individual can keep their wits about them after the casting, the caster can send this cloud to attack a target. Okay, the bone charm. +2 to armor. +15 resistance to crushing. The old finger bone charm has been hollowed out and the symbols have been scratched on the surface. The user must snap it in Q to activate it. When snapped, the bone charm temporarily strengthens the user's skeleton and acts as a ward against breaks and fractures. The charm gives the user an overall bonus to the armor and additional resistance. My inventory is starting to get a little bit full. Ground. Quick item.
All right.
Quad Charm. Heal 9 hit points, 5 resistance to slashing, plus 10 to piercing. This glistening wood drop is as hard and smooth as a pearl. When placed on the tongue, it dissolves instantly and spreads through the user's bloodstream. The charm stimulates the user's blood into clothing and scribing over existing wounds, healing any minor damage and the user may have suffered before consuming the charm. For a moment, as long as the charm is in effect, the player's blood becomes more aware of new wounds that occur, especially any attacks that draw blood. The charming individual becomes more resistant to slashing and piercing, as their blood clots and scabs over the wound as soon as the flesh is torn. DMD. Mortuary task list. Someone has spent a series of tasks in railing into the scrap of parchment and would like the contracted workers to be inspected thrice daily at the end of each work shift when the main initiatives come onto duty. We have experienced too many contracted collapses. Wow, engaged in heavy labor as of late, and I fear the embalming enchantment initially used to the corpses may be decaying or may have been warped somehow. If the contracted workers could be inspected every 8 hours and raised if they have collapsed, then this would prevent the backlog of shells in the preparation rooms and to free up more contracted workers for the other duties. I do not wish collapsed bodies to be disposed of. When possible, the original contracted shells are to be raised and be made to resume their duties. I have induced spare embalming charms within the shelves for the initiates on duty. They are to be used only when the shells cannot be repaired with stitching, bandaging, or application of embalming fluid. Embalming charm. 3 charges. Involving embalming minor. Usable only on the Nameless one and mortar. This strange metal bracelet has directions inscribed on the side of it. Judging from the crude text, it appears that the bracelet works by being held by a living creature. Then, while pronouncing a mantra to the true dead, it is touched to the forehead of a zombie or skeleton. When this is done, the minor enchantments held within the item spreads through the corpse, strengthening their bones, killing traces of corpse rot or grey mold, and helping to seal minor tears in the skin. This will work on either you or Morte. Simply place it on your quick slot, then use it from the quick menu. In order for it to take effect, when cast, the target gains plus 2/8 temporary hit points and a temporary bonus to AC plus 1 for half an hour. The extra hit points will heal the target if he is less than max. That sounds pretty good.
All right.
Everyone is aggro. Yeah. What to remind a message? This is the third and last request for the pry bar. If it has been misplaced, tell me and I shall go to the hive market and purchase another. I have no objections to maintaining a contract workers, but I've been trying to repair the skeletons and the bolts are wedged so tight I can't get them out. Also, some of the locks on the storage cabinets on the 3rd floor have become stuck again due to the heat, and I need the pry bar to snipe them open as well. If the pry bar is indeed walls, I will see about procuring the services of a locksmith and having the cabinet locks replaced. Your aid in this matter would be appreciated. An unreadable signature has been scrolled. And I use a wooden club. Well, I'm using my fist though, even though I have a dagger.
Alright.
Alright then. Dismount. Dead.
I'm gone. Die.
Critical.
Die.
Another crit. Inventory is full. I wanna sell my stuff! Any zombie shoppers around here? Mortuary Sanctum Key. This heavy key is a strange fusion of bones and an undefilable blood-red metal. Its jagged C-shaped head looks like it's ready to clamp upon whoever holds it. This key is used to open the inner gates in the mortuary. When using keys in Torment, you only need to have them in your inventory to unlock a door. In some cases, the key will vanish after it's used. This is done when the key is no longer needed and frees up your inventory for other more important items. Okay. Opa.
Did you see that?
These zombies were supposed to be pretty scary, but I haven't taken a single hit from them yet. Maybe I'm just too fast on the attack speed. Locked cabinet here.
Forced it.
Open.
All the stuff. This man request. Contact the necromancer responsible for raising contractor worker 42. I know he's examined the skeleton before, but I'm certain the initial raising of the body was warped. The worker still responds to commands, but when it has completed the task, it resumes pacing in the same circular pattern as it did before. Dow recently informed me that worker 42 exhibited the same walking pattern when it was a zombie decades ago. There may be a soul echo in the marrow of the skeleton's age, maybe caused the magic animating him to decay. One of the initiates suggested maybe following an order issued by a high-ranking dustman in the past, but I have found no records of such an order. Whatever the reason for its behavior, it matters to be resolved and the worker replaced. Iron pry bar sounds important. I'll throw the dustman robes away.
Done.
The only thing we haven't checked are the rooms to the left. Hello? Stairs. Done. Hammer. This is a heavy work hammer. It has a long handle and a metal head. Looks like it could shape steel and crush skulls.
All right.
Now we're going down then. Mortuary second floor. This is where we were. There is another floor down I could go to. I guess we'll check it out real quick. First floor. Opa. Maybe I'll go back up. Hey!
I'm gone.
Everyone is aggressive, man. Man. They don't know what happened on the upper floor. Come on, man. Ain't no way. Wrist. Interesting.
I'm gone.
Did you see that?
Did I take a hit? No. I think this guy critted or something. Is the scribe is gonna be aggressive towards me? Doesn't Seemed like it. So you have return. Thou takes a rasping blade and breaks a violent cover. After a moment, it returns to the greetings again, releasable. Did you know there's someone disguised as a zombie in the eastern chambers? Well, he did help me, so I guess I won't say that. But this guy also helped me, so yeah, the guy asked me not to tell anyone. Fine. Should this be openable now? I mean, the game told me northwest, but maybe it's northwest on the first floor or something. Haven't found far out either. Secret portal in the northwest room of the first floor. If you take a crook finger bone up to it, it will activate and take me to a secret crypt where Vaxi said I can rest. Okay. These skeletons have a semblance of life through necromancy, although the skeletons have no ligaments of musculature. Their joints are bound with thin metal bolts and their bones appear with leather straps and cords. Skeletons suffer less damage from any slashing or piercing weapons. Crushing weapons such as clubs and hammers inflict normal damage. Ooh, nice that this works like that as well here. Thus men are caretakers of the mortuary, a huge morgue filled with bodies. The faction seems to be pretty somber bunch, rarely showing expression or interest in anything. They seem intent only upon taking care of all the dead bodies that come into the mortuary, cataloging them, preparing them, and buying them, burying them somewhere. Gonna figure out how to deal with the first war next time though, because it seems that it's gonna be a lot of fighting and it's an entire floor of exploring. Aye. So I'm just gonna stay here in front of the stairs. I'm gonna save, and that's gonna be it. What booba? No, we're not gonna raid any booba. But we could maybe raid someone not HOTS this time. Let's see if and put some music while I'm deciding. Let me see if anyone's doing Baldur's Gate 1 or 2. Since I'm playing a similar game at the moment. Or if is anyone even doing this game? Planescape. No, it's only me. French streamer. It's kinda going fast, not really playing for a story. This guy also kinda playing weird. VTuber, no. Baldur's Gate 3. All the Baldur's Gate streamers are with avatars. What the fuck? Pretty much. Let me see, any Bulgarian streamers? Bulgarian World of Warcraft. Forward only chat though. Euro Truck Simulator. Diablo 4. Huh. Toasteds are probably gonna like this, but it's too spammy. Oh shit! Bulgarian girl doing Civ 7. I gotta check that. Maybe ask her for. Oh, it's 6 actually. Hell yeah! Let's go there. I'm actually a big 6-6 enjoyer. DMD. Alright boys, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Till next time, stay righteous.